Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. Bish boo!
Oh, Chris, look, we're outside. It's a beautiful fall day. This video is coming out in December, but we're filming it in November. We got Pennsylvania Dutch leaves on those Pennsylvania trees behind us. They haven't fallen yet. Chris,
they rustle with an accent.
Listen, Chris. Before it gets too cold here, I got a question that someone sent this in a long time ago and we never got to it. And actually, two people sent in the same concept of a question, so we're finally going to tackle it. Are you ready for this? Now, listen.
I'm not used to being the one that gets asked. I
know, but sometimes we have to change in life, Chris.
I'm not used to change.
This comes in from Don Lightcap of New Jerusalem and Ernie Breiner of Mantzville. Now, listen to
Breiner.
this.
That sounds familiar.
You might know Ernie. I do. They want to know. They both experienced this, and they want to know. When growing up, they had their families used to say, when the younger sibling gets married before the older sibling had to dance in a pig trough at the reception until it broke. Now, is this a tradition that was just for our family, or have you heard of these things? They think it was a means to like shame them or motivate that older sibling to get married.
Well, I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of this tradition. But I haven't seen it in a long time. I guess my question to you, I get it. I get the idea.
Is that why you were in such a hurry to get married before your brother?
I didn't want to dance in the pig trough. But I'll tell you what, I was thinking about this when I got this question, or when we got this question. We don't do a lot of these old traditions anymore. That has to be a really old tradition.
I like it.
Everybody had a pig trough back in the day because they all lived on the farm, and that was just and I get it. It's healthy shaming. It wasn't meant to be mean. So I guess my question, it's 2024, Chris. Should we still be doing stuff like this?
Oh, absolutely. I think so.
Why?
I think people need a good dose of healthy shame every now and then.
You know what?
Just to keep them humble.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that too. But not everybody has access to a pig trough anymore. So what would we do today?
Well, maybe we ought to just keep it a pig trough and make people search it out.
What if we had what if we sold pig troughs on our?
We could have pig trough rentals.
Yeah, we could. We could come. We'll come to your wedding reception as long as you feed us and we get free drinks, and we'll bring the pig trough. How's that?
I like that. Can you imagine our van, the moving van, pig trough rentals?
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over really well. But I guess we'll throw it out to the people out there in YouTube land. But not everybody has access to a pig trough anymore. What would that modern day equivalent? I was thinking about this too. There's probably other ways we could healthy shame people in modern technology and all that stuff with social media. But I just don't know what that.
I think we ought to keep the dancing part.
I think dancing is absolute requirement.
Make them dance in a kiddie pool full of baked beans or something. I don't know.
That'd be really slimy. I don't know about that. But I think I think too often nowadays, let's get really philosophical. Maybe everybody, when we think about shaming, right away it goes to bullying. But we're not bullying here. It's different.
Yeah, there is a difference. Because I remember when I was a kid, that was just part of my family.
Well, it's part of learning a little bit too.
Yeah, so you learn to toughen up a little bit, but you also learn to
to laugh at yourself. There's an important value in being able. Look, we laugh at ourselves all the time.
I laugh at Doug all the time.
Yeah, he does. It's true. I never told him how it actually makes me feel, but it's true. But I think there's a lot of that's healthy. I think we don't laugh at ourselves enough these days.
Oh, and I think people are afraid to, joke shame.
I think you're right.
There's a subtle art to it. You can go too far, but I think that's part of joke shaming, is being able to tell when you go too far and when to stop and reel it back in. Right. There's something special about it, that it lightens a mood when you need it to,
and it makes you remember that you're human. I mean, there's that aspect to it. I think there really is. You can't get bigger than where you're from. Every now and then you got to laugh about yourself and step back and say, "Oh, that's pretty." That's funny, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go with two different directions now. I think we should keep traditions like this alive. Maybe not with the pig trough anymore. However,
I'm an advocate for the pig trough.
If you need a pig trough for an upcoming wedding, get a hold of us. I think we have a pig trough up in the barn somewhere.
We could DIY pig trough kits.
Do-it-yourself pig trough crits. Yeah, okay.
That'd be kind of funny if, the younger brother is fixing to get married soon, so they start building the pig trough kit just to let the older brother know, hey,
looky.
gonna be dancing in this thing soon.
That's right. That's
you
a good
better
idea.
go find yourself a lady or something.
You better would. Yeah, I agree. Well, who was it? It was Ernie and oh shoot, what was the other guy's name? Dave, Don, Chris. What was the other guy's name?
I don't remember. I was
doing
too much thinking about Big Trough.
Don and Ernie. Don and Ernie. It's almost like Bert and Ernie. That would have been better if it was Bert and Ernie. But yeah, we'll take Don and Ernie. There's an answer to your pick trough questions. If you need a pick trough, get a hold of us. And we'll
gotta find your own pick.
I didn't think I'd ever say that, but yeah, if you need a pick trough, we know a guy. We know 2 guys. We'll come to your wedding and we'll even dance in it with the guy.
Well, Doug might.
Well, I will. I can laugh at myself. Hey. Thanks for those questions. Keep them coming, everybody. Let us know what you think the modern day equivalent of dancing in the pig trough would be, in a healthy way of shaming, not bullying, none of that stuff. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You got a question, you know what to do. Do you know what to do if they have a question? Tell them what they need to do.
Why you gotta email us at not Buster
No,
PA
at
anymore.
info@padutch101.com.
Doug, I told you I'm not used to change. I'm still stuck on
We've only been doing that for a year.
Email.
It's all right. It's okay.
Someday
I still get
I might
email.
get it.
Someday.
What was it again?
Info at padutch101.com.
At padutch101.com.
Yeah, and let us know if you need a pig trough. We'll come to you.
And if you pay us extra, we'll make you one out of balsa wood so it breaks sooner.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. If you don't pay us enough, it's gonna be made out of oak
or ash.
Ash with dovetails, glued, hammered, pegged.
You'll be dancing all night. That sucker won't break.
He'll be 8 inches thick. Old growth lumber. It'll be rough.
We got it all, baby. Keep those questions coming. And since this is our December video, for those of you that celebrate, Holly Grish Dog. That's Merry Christmas in Pennsylvania Dutch. And since we won't be with you until after the New Year, Holly Hisnayor. Happy New Year. Take care, everybody.
Max gut.
If you have a question, you have to email us at info@padutch101.com.